Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my recipe for colored mithai. Now this is a recipe that I already did on my channel many years ago, but I'm going to be resharing it and updating it. This will just be a very quick demonstration. So as usual, all of the ingredients and the measurements will be found in the description box below this video. All you have to do is click in that description box on the drop-down menu and you will scroll and see all of the ingredients there. I'm going to be leaving the measurements for one smaller batch of mithai that you can make at home for your family, and I'm also going to be leaving the measurements for a large batch of mithai to fill up an entire foil tray for if you were doing a puja, if you were making it for a wedding, parties, or any big get-togethers. So if you're interested in seeing how I put this together, then please keep on watching. So as I said before, this is for a very large batch of mithai. That is why I'm mixing it in such a big bowl. But basically, you're going to start off with your all-purpose flour, then you're going to go in with your baking powder, and you're also going to go in with your custard powder as well as your milk powder. The custard powder and the milk powder are going to make for a very soft mithai. And on top of that, we're going to add in all of our spices. My favorite spices to add in whenever I make mithai is freshly ground anise seeds. It gives it a nice licoricey flavor. I add in lots of ground cinnamon, ground ginger, ground nutmeg, and lots of ground cardamom. And then once you mix those spices in, you're also going to go in with all of your butter. And I'm not going super step by step because all you're doing is dumping all of those ingredients into the bowl, so this way they can be mixed up together. There is no rhyme or rhythm to it. And once you finish mixing in all the butter and it gets nice and crumbly, you're also going to go in with some condensed milk. The reason why I add in condensed milk is to start to sweeten the dough because we're not going to be making a pog or a sugar syrup. We're just going to coat it in condensed milk and powdered sugar. That just makes it quicker and it's easier for everybody who doesn't really know how to make the pog mixture. And on top of this, I am also going to go in with my freshly grated coconut. So at this point, it's time to make the colored layers for the mithai, being that we're making colored mithai. If you just wanted to make a regular big batch of white mithai, you could do that. But if you want to do the colored one, what you have to do is take 2/3 of the dough and you would have to put it in a bowl, the big bowl that I have here. And I'm coloring it yellow, but you can also keep it white if you wish. And in 2 smaller bowls, I've split up the rest of the dough. So this way I can have a small red layer inside and I can have a small green layer on the inside. You can just do one color and you can also do multiple colors like I'm doing today. But basically, once you mix all of those ingredients together and you add in your coloring into each of the respective bowls, it is time to add in your carnation milk or evaporated milk. Now, I either use evaporated milk or whole milk to mix my mithai. Some people will even use a little bit of coconut milk and mix that in. That tastes really great too. I've done that before. And also that gives you a great vegan option if you are interested. So I'm just going to keep on mixing in this evaporated milk into each of my bowls until I get a nice soft dough in each of them. So look at that, guys. I got all of my dough all prepared. And as you guys can see, I've taken the yellow piece of dough, which are supposed to be bigger. I've split them into 4 balls and then I split the green and the red mixture into 2 balls each. We're going to get 2 large dough balls out of this so we can make the layers. So basically I take 1 piece of the yellow dough, take 1 piece of the red, 1 piece of the green, and I sandwich them together and then I put the other yellow layer on top, just as you're seeing here. You want to make sure you press them down very well and then you pinch the edges so nothing comes apart or tears. And at that point you have 1 singular dough ball ready to be rolled out. And as I said before, you can mix up your colors. You can just do 1 color, you can do 2 colors, 3 colors even like I'm doing. But whatever way you want to do it, go ahead and tailor it to your own preferences. This is a great thing if you were going to make for a kid's birthday party because all of my little cousins, they love this and you can tailor it to whatever color that you want. And once you've gone ahead and sandwiched all of your layers together, it is time to start rolling and cutting. So I like to roll my mithai to about a 1/2 inch thickness, so this way it stays nice and thick and fluffy. And then once I finish cutting it out, I cut it into long strips as you see here. And now I'm cutting it into rhombus shapes as well as some triangle shapes. You can cut it in whatever shapes you want. You can make it as big or as small as you want. And that's how simple it is. You just roll it out and keep on cutting until you finish all of your dough. And once you get a set of your dough rolled and cut out, it is time to start the frying process. So in my heavy bottom pot, I've added in a good amount of oil about halfway up, and I'm going to go in with a batch of my mithai. We're just going to stir that around and we're going to keep on frying it for anywhere from about 5 to 6 minutes or until they're all golden brown on the outside. Make sure that the oil is not too hot because if it is too hot, the mithais will burn on the outside and they will not be properly cooked on the inside. So as you guys can see, my mithais are beautiful and golden brown. They've been frying for exactly 6 minutes at this point. And what we're going to do is just remove them from the karahi or the pot and put them in a bowl that I've lined with some paper towel. This is just going to catch all of that excess oil that is on the outside. And once you remove one batch of mithai, you're going to go ahead and put in another batch and keep on frying until all of your mithai is done. I just want you guys to look at all of those beautiful layers and how amazing this mithai looks. And I also wanted to mention that while you're frying, make sure you keep on stirring and moving it around so they get an even golden brown coating. Now once your mithai is done frying, it is time to coat it in that sugary syrup. Traditionally, you would boil sugar and water together and then you would toss it with the mithai until it is crystallized. However, I'm showing you guys an easier way. All you need to do is pour on a good amount of condensed milk. Just make sure you coat it very well, and then you're going to pour on a lot of powdered sugar as well. You want to keep on pouring powdered sugar until it gets nice and dry and the mithai is properly coated on the outside. Do not leave it too wet with the condensed milk, or else when you go to serve it, it'll be too messy. And as you guys can see, every once in a while I'm sprinkling on some of that powdered sugar, just so this way we can get it nice and coated on the outside. And being that this is such a large amount of mithai, you will have to use a lot of condensed milk and a lot of that powdered sugar to get it properly coated. So again, all of my ingredients and the measurements are down in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. All you do is click right below the video and you're going to see all of the ingredients in proper measurements. And if you guys enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to give it a nice big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet, and drop those comments down below. I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye everyone.